Hi, I'm Koen Pauwels, and I'm happy to talk about how marketing fuels innovation and how your scholarship can help in this age of disruption. Now, when I arrived in UCLA back in 1997, we were in the first upswing of the dot-com bubble, and disruption was all around us. But I think where we excel as marketing scholars is to separate the hype from the innovation that truly matters. Marketing has always been about changing the equilibrium, about starting something new. But what the new paradigm is that this starting something new is not just to make organizations more money, but really to get to an informed, respected, and an inspired customer, citizen, human being. And so I think a lot of the innovation will come from the borderlines in this framework that I just draw for you. So first of all, innovation inspires through market research, identifying opportunities, and marketing communication to inform potential customers. So here we're talking really about, does our marketing communication and market research help people make more informed decisions, or does it lead folks astray? Then innovation respects customers when it speaks to their experience and inspires them to improve both their own condition and the systems that surrounds them. So systems thinking is a very important paradigm shift, specifically the unintended consequences of some of the things we do. Then third, data collection and use for decision-making needs to respect customer privacy and ensure that their algorithms reduce bias in hiring, in marketing, and in informing. And then finally, innovation for exclusive growth, which is basically the combination of all of those, helps stakeholders get inspired to change the status quo, grow their knowledge, and improve our collective lives. Now, where can you find more background on some of these things? Well, these are some of the books that I'm currently reading. Some of them are old. The fifth discipline on system thinking has been around since previous centuries, recently, fortunately, been updated. The Equality Machine of Arlie Lobel, which is a law professor, is really talking about harnessing this digital technology for a more inclusive future. And then the American Marketing Association has just brought out the book Break the Wall on why and how to democratize digital in your business. Now, what is the implication for a scholarship? I think number one, we need more cross-disciplinary work to really address the big problems nowadays. And so some examples from my research, when I wanted to really look at how people's perceptions about quality and price change, I teamed up with a strategy professor, Richard Aveni at TUC, and we basically have this GEMS paper about how do fair value lines form in a completely new market, how do they evolve, and how can you disrupt or replace them? More recently, when I was asked by the AMA to talk about one of the big problems of digital transformation, we teamed up with a professor in organizational behavior in Northeastern University to come up with this framework of interlocking gears, that business units are very fast and they need to work in step with technology. But then IT and specifically top management are these more slower moving gears that are very important to create a supportive environment to really make this happen. Furthermore, if you look at what kind of research is needed within marketing, I see a lot of separation between research matches and also between what I would call the theory stream and the empirics first stream, of which there's just been a wonderful Journal of Marketing article. So first on the research methods, I had this wonderful cooperation with Vanessa Perry in the Journal of Public Policy and Marketing, looking at how you can impact public policy with models. And so we have this 2x2 of more theoretical and practical focus of small and large samples of data that you have to work with. And then, of course, in blue are some of the data, and in green, some of the methods that can be used to really be much more practical in matching the appropriate data with the appropriate methods, and also that it's understandable for public policymakers. The empirics first article I talked about is really kind of giving an alternative for the theory first approach that all of us have been taught in our PhD process, and that is kind of starting from what is the opportunity and really kind of understanding the phenomenon, then have an iterative listening with the data, to then uncover empirical generalizations and to formulate insights and really advise stakeholders. So a lot of this research has more of an issue of getting into top journals. And I hope that with this paradigm shift in how we look at marketing outside, we also can benefit from the paradigm shift insights to be much more open to different multi-method research, as also the latest JCR editorial that I wrote with my fellow associate editors on multi-method research and being data-rich really illustrates. Now, to give one specific example of something that's very close to my heart, which is omni-channel. So we have, huge challenges in the customer journey and what that means to inspire, respect, and inform them. Going back to my UCLA days, it was right when we had an online retailer, and I just love that you can search so easily online. But then when I went to the offline retailer, Circuit City, to kind of test how 2 Palm Pilot versions, the 3 and the 5 were waiting, they only had plastic models. So I ended up leaving the store, not buying from them, because they just didn't understand how they fitted in the whole journey. And so right now I'm doing some research on people who search online but then buy offline, which is web rooming, which really differs across categories and has some interesting implications for how we evaluate marketing research. Very new development is retail media. So offline, when you enter a store, you and I as marketers know that what is kind of on the eye level at the shelf is very much determined by slotting allowances and other things the manufacturers give to the retailer, but the average consumer doesn't know that. Whereas online, everybody's completely aware of what is sponsored ads and sponsored products, for instance. And so the question is, where is the balance there? To what extent do these help consumers find their desired product early, and to what extent do they distract from the consumer's journey? What kind of data can we gather and can we use to leverage, get a better customer experience versus where is the line between what customers do and do not want to share? So in summary, some informational challenges that Koen and friends and I basically published in Journal of Marketing. These are some ways in which technology can help some of the frictions that we see in marketing, but also the future research that is needed. And of course, in your own field, you can come up with all interesting future research directions. In conclusion, I just want to put up my framework again and say, yes, marketing can be very helpful to fuel innovation in this stage if we work backwards from the customer and ensure that we have this informed, inspired, and respected customer in mind in our market research, in our communication, in our algorithms, and also in the system thinking about how we can really improve our collective lives with this innovation for inclusive growth. Thanks so much for listening, and I'm looking very much forward to seeing your research in this topic. Koen out.